Hi everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Property Chat. Stand by. Hi everybody and welcome to this week's edition of Property Chat. So we haven't been here for a couple of weeks, been really mad, crazy in the office and holidays, things like that cover. So we're back, we're in action, lots going on. This week's update, firstly let's talk about Brexit and Boris. Well, we're on the verge of a new unelected Prime Minister, or Boris. How do I feel about that? Well, I'm not a fan of him and his Brexit strategy, to say the least, let alone his attention to detail. I mean, when I think he could be beaten by the average 5-year-old in terms of his attention to detail, you've got the red herring, smoke kipper speech, and just Google what's in paragraph 5C if you want to see the kind of attention to detail he has with the interview with Andrew Neil. It's a little bit scary, frankly. However, a couple of positives may come from our situation. Firstly, Parliament have cut off his ability to halt or prorogue Parliament in order to push through a hard Brexit. That has to be good news. And secondly, in terms of the property market, he's mentioned cutting stamp duty, and this could have a big positive impact on the property market. We know he's a property fan, and he says we could see the levy scrapped on homes under £500,000. He's also talking about making it easier for older people to move and freeing up those houses, so that could be good. Now, the only other positive I can draw from him, because there's not many, is that he's a bit of a loose cannon, isn't he? Let's face it, he's a little like Trump. I mean, you know, I'm not a Trump fan, as you might have guessed, but the thing about Trump is if you look at what he did with Kim Jong-un thought, this guy's actually as crazy as me. He could actually press the button. And for that reason, they got together and peace has hopefully ensued. And I see Boris a little bit like that with the Brexit negotiations. I'm hopeful that when he goes to the EU, they actually think he will do a hard Brexit, and therefore they'll talk to him and negotiate because they actually think he's crazy enough to do it. Let's hope that's the case and it all works out positive. I think he's going to have a job to get through his hard Brexit as he suggests. In other news, what we found this week is that there's more 100% mortgages out there, which is rather interesting. Now, the difficulty with it is, to be honest, for many of our tenants, is that you need your parents to have equity in their houses or to have savings equivalent to the amount you're borrowing, which would be put into a savings account attached to the borrowing plan. But I think that that's a really positive step. I mean, it's not like the old Northern Rock 110% mortgages, but it's certainly a step in the right direction for borrowers these days who find it so hard to get a deposit, and hopefully that will help a lot more tenants to get onto the sales market. In terms of the market generally, we've been busy, particularly on lettings, a big lack of stock there. Surprise, surprise with everything that's going on. A lot of landlords selling up, so the available stock is going down. If you've got a property that you need to rent out, we've got people that are waiting right now. If you're thinking of selling your property, not sure whether you should rent it, sell it, maybe you'd like to know about auctions as well. We are the only local agent that could give you a valuation for sales, lettings and auctions all in one hit, and the most established local estate agent. So do give us a call. We'll have a friendly chat, no obligation. I'll pop round, see you, you can get the kettle on and we can talk property. Look forward to it. Please like and share this video. We'll be back next week with more news. Take care.